And when we talk about business intelligence, we're really talking about two main things. One of them is to analyzing the trends of where we're going and getting some insight. And the other one is really analyzing the root causes of things, like bad things or good things, like why this happened or why that happened. Welcome everyone, this is MTech Podcast. My name is Nikolai Shitikhin. I have Jim Johnston with me. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing good, Nick. And you today, are you well?
I'm brilliant. I'm doing brilliant. So today we're going to talk about business intelligence and how it revolutionized the industries and how it helps companies to push their data, analyze their data, crunch their data, and be better at day-to-day decisions.
Yeah, it's a big move. We spoke about it a few weeks back on a podcast, digitalization. And as that's happened over the last few years, there's a great need, and it's a real key strategy to put BI on top of all that data to be able to help you interrogate the information. So it's become quite an important way forward in terms of helping companies utilize that data set. So looking at BI sitting on top of that data platform for analysis, for looking at trends, looking at governance, and all sorts of areas that are very important.
Yeah, and since the business intelligence is so popular right now, but really this term appeared quite a long time ago. It happened in I will need to read this in 1965, but Richard Miller Devens, he presented it business intelligence when he was describing one banker who profited from information by gathering and acting upon it before his competition.
Wow, that's amazing. 1865, and I thought it was kind of new. So really business intelligence is, as it's understood today, is using technology really to gather and analyze data. So translating it into more useful information where the business can make management decisions, and doing that and acting on that information before the competition, the guy who invented it was using it before his competitors. So that's the importance of BI. It's to allow companies to make quicker decisions by interrogating the data sets in a much more efficient and real-time way. So we're also looking at not just our competitors when we're looking at BI, we're actually looking at internally within the business, trying to work out what's happening with disease trends, mortality, growth rate, food conversion, raw material prices, and how can we best improve these levels to improve our competitiveness.
Right. And when we talk about business intelligence, we're really talking about two main things. One of them is to analyzing the trends of where we're going and getting some insight. And the other one is really analyzing the root causes of things, like bad things or good things, like why this happened or why that happened. But like when I was starting my career, there was no business intelligence. Like I worked for quite a small company, but still it was not that widespread in the industry. There was some reporting done, and it was really time consuming to gather all that reporting together in order to see a bigger picture. There was some graphing done, mostly in Excel spreadsheets, but there was a standard performance graphs like hatchability or percent production, hen house, all those. But it was like intelligence. There was no intelligence, and mostly the decisions been done based on experience and that report and a little bit of gut feeling. But that was it. So, and Jim, I know you started earlier than my journey. So maybe you can share. Maybe it was business intelligence before, but then it disappeared.
Yeah. Well, hey, just a few years before you, Nick, I started. But yeah, I mean, I can remember when we did a lot of, I guess you would call business intelligence. We did it ourselves as management on the farms, managing a group of farms, you would have time during the week or during your business day really to sit down and analyze graphs, some of which you would maybe draw yourselves and produce the trends and look at history and look at what the actions and the decisions were that gave you better performance. And a lot of that was analysing it yourselves. Now, as we kind of spent, and I've spent quite a few years in the industry in senior management roles, and we've rationalised companies, we've taken cost out, we've reduced management levels over the last 20, 30 years quite significantly from when I started in the business. People don't have the same amount of time to do that longhand, if you like, analysis manually of trends. And that's where we really need now to utilise business intelligence really to speed up and help give tools to these people. And the other thing that's a recent trend, fairly recent trend, is recruitment of business analysts to do some of that work, specialists in that area that are looking to use the business intelligence tools to help support management in making the right decisions.
Yeah, and like you said, now we need special people who could do that business intelligence, who can crunch the data, who can dig into the data. There is whole departments emerging in the companies that are all they do is data science, right? And like on the recent reports, for example, LinkedIn includes BI as one of the top 25 skills wanted by the employers. So it's a really new area, new market, and companies are looking for those people who can help them with business intelligence.
Yeah, indeed. It's a real, I mean, there's a lot of these tools, BI tools available, but we still got to remember that it's very important to have a skill to use that, to build that BI tool, to use it properly. And that's a key area for poultry businesses going forward. Getting the right people who are competent, understand the industry, can mine the data, and can produce reports and graphics around some of the more challenging areas of a business to help provide the management team with information.
Yeah, and you're right. For example, if you have data, which is now widely available, you can get the data from the business, you can get the data from the finance, you can get data from sales, from production, from every single part of your business. But if you put all the data in one source, and then somebody who has no understanding of what it is will be looking at it, yes, you can get some insights, but what that will mean to the business, will that be any benefit to the business if this person with no experience in the business and understanding of the data, can they really give you some valuable information? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really key issue, that, and how we use that data going forward. And I mean, just to wrap it up, it's a really interesting discussion. I never realized that business intelligence came from 1865. So thank you for that, Nick. It's a great stat.
Yeah, no worries.
Fact we've got there. And yeah, it's been an interesting chat. And I mean, we talk about data and data sets and the amount of data we have in the poultry industry. We have lots and lots of it, and we will get more of it. So the importance of business intelligence is only going to get greater in terms of how we utilize that data set more effectively and more efficiently in time.
Yep, Jim, thanks for a nice wrap up. And for those who don't want to miss any more episodes of our podcast, please join us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and on Instagram. And of course, follow us on our website. And till the next one.